Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now this lesson is going to be based on a couple that died in a fire. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. Said a married couple is dead after an overnight house fire destroyed their home in the town of Monroe. State police said troopers responded to 270 Old Saratoga Road just after 11 p.m. One person was able to be removed from the home, but they later died from their injuries, according to police. After the fire was put out, investigators said another person was found dead in the home. The fire happened just after 11 p.m. at 270 Old Saratoga Road in Gansevoort. News Channel 13 has learned that the home had stood there for about 80 years, and the middle-aged couple who had lived there for 21 years did not survive. The New York State Police say one of the residents was able to be pulled from the house but died from their injuries. They just basically restated that. The South Glens Falls Fire Company also told News Channel 13 that a firefighter was injured in the flames. Officials said that firefighter remains at Glens Falls Hospital recovering, where they are listed in stable condition. Neighbors told News Channel 13 they heard several pops and bangs during the fire. They suspected propane tanks may have exploded. Said saw the fire and were running to put it out or assist. They knew people lived in there and they were running to help them, said neighbor Linda Carpenter. And then I realized when I got out of bed that the smell of smoke was very, very thick, and I knew something was going on someplace. State fire investigators were at the scene and left a short time later. A barbecue grill on the front porch had no singe marks or char marks, and most of the damage appeared to be at the rear of the house. Said I was born over there, or close to it, Carpenter said. The only place I've lived in is that home, and the home I live in now. News Channel 13 was told the kitchen is in the back of the home, but there has been no official determination of what caused the fire. The couple has family and children in Texas, though it was not clear whether they had been notified. Despite being a rural area where emergency response times can be longer, Carpenter said first responders did an outstanding job. Said they came very quickly, Carpenter said. The police pulled right up in no time. Yeah, and even though they pulled up, they still couldn't save those people. Because that fire and the death of those two people was the judgment of the Lord. Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. Yeah. And through the Spirit, I've been saying that these judgments were going to become more frequent and happen, more often. And sure enough, that's exactly what the Lord has been doing. And a lot of people have not been surviving these fires. Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, All these were created for vengeance. Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And the Lord used that fire to punish those two people to destruction. One of them was able to be pulled from the house, but they died, and then the other one was still inside the house until the firefighters were able to put the fire out, and that person was gone. So once again, the Lord punished some wicked people to destruction via his judgments, via his spirits that are created for vengeance. Psalm 7 and 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that is exactly why the Lord is unleashing his spirits of vengeance upon the earth, to punish these wicked people with whom he is angry with. Because if the Lord was not angry, then there would be nobody for him to bring vengeance upon. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And even though the police pulled up rather quickly, and, I'm guessing the firefighters and the medics weren't too far behind, they still couldn't save those people. They still could not deliver those people out of the hand of the Lord. 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Yeah, so for all the simple-minded people who want to act like the Lord is not out here dropping bodies, he very much is. And he's going to continue to do that. And the number of bodies that the Lord drops, the number of people that the Lord kills is just going to steadily increase, because that is his vengeance being brought upon these wicked people who daily provoke him unto wrath. Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer is that nobody has perished being innocent, nor were the righteous ever cut off. So those two people who died, they were not innocent in the eyes of the Lord. They were wicked, and the Lord was angry with them, and he sent his spirits of vengeance upon them to punish them. Verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And that is the time and season that we are in. These wicked people who have no problem provoking the Lord unto wrath, now reaping what they've sown. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And for those two people, it was their time to die. And the Lord decided that they were going to die in a fire. Just like there are people who die in earthquakes, there are people who die in storms and tempests, there are people who die in car crashes and plane crashes, or from animal attacks, or from shootings or stabbings. But one thing that we always have to keep in mind is that these are not random, they're not accidents. It's merely the judgment of the Lord being brought upon well-deserved wicked people. And the Lord is going to continue to judge and punish these wicked people, whether they be men, women, or children, because the Lord is no respecter of persons. If you're wicked in the eyes of the Lord, you're going to get what's coming to you, plain and simple. And there is nobody who can save you out of the hand of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Aquath, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.